Welcome to the Estrella Galicia post show here from the EDP Ericeira Pro. It's a Sunday morning, which saw us fire up with around a 48 for the women. In kind of small, softish conditions, things slowed up, and ultimately it meant we called it, but it doesn't mean we don't have talking points and takeaways from the morning, and here to deliver those red hot takes and searing insights. Joining myself, Paul Evans, Ben Money, and Chris Binns. Guys, what do you got for me?
Well, we started off, we had some fun waves, we had some pretty sort of tight technical surfing, especially from the Japanese surfers in those early rounds. But the tide came in, the swell tapering off, and with the promise of more swell, we decided to call it quits after 4 heats. But we've got to start. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, testament to the forecast we've got ahead of us. There's plenty of waves to be had over the week. Why run today? The tide was going to come in and make things even slower. And yeah,
done.
Well, of course, just first day of competition, a big week of surfing yet to come. Let's talk to someone who's already shown us how much quality she's got. Amuro Tsuzuki, winner of that last heat, is with Joanna Garnell.
Absolutely. Last heat of the day. How did that go for you?
It was very slow hit. I was like so much pressure in the water, but I'm so happy to make 7 points. Yeah.
Yeah, you just rode 2 waves, but what put you through was your 7.33.
Yeah, I wasn't expect I get 7 points, but I'm super happy to make the hit.
And how does it feel to have a big support group here with you?
I come with my Japanese friend, and my coach is Hinata. Very good team, and yeah, I'm so happy to stay with this.
Do you want to say a few words in your native language for the people back home?
応援ありがとうございます。次も頑張るので応援よろしくお願いします。Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you. See you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Joanna. Talking Heads said home is where they want to be, but you know what? I think I'd rather be here in Ericeira, Portugal.
Ah, stop making sense, Paul. Stop making sense. Yeah, it's the place to be. It's the only surf show in town, and we got off to a great start. And surfers like Amuro and are in, you know, and she's down the rankings, but still so dangerous.
Let's get a rewind on this morning's action and check out recaps from what went down this morning. Women's competition called on by Travis Logie early doors. And you mentioned it, Ben, the story of the Japanese surfers. They've been on a roll here. There's a strong contingent of them, really, on the Challenger Series, and a lot of them knocking at the door. We saw some big performances go down. Even just looking at the size of the waves early on, we've lost quite a bit of the height in the swell.
Yeah, it does show, doesn't it? Nanaho was off early on and she was electric. And yeah, that was that new swell. The swell from yesterday was still hanging around. The tide was low, and yeah, it was really fun and contestable. Teresa Bonvalot had a slow start, but she managed to find some really nice waves and picked off 4 or 5 backhand entries on that one alone. So yeah, the call to start was a bit of a no-brainer.
It's a bit of a classic cliche. Obviously, you can't win the event on the first day, but you can get knocked out. No safety net on the Challenger Series, and it'd be understandable to have some nerves. I guess it's all about the surfers that can surf through that, stay mentally strong, find their waves.
yeah, and this lady, Sara Wakita, one of the most polished performances for the day for mine. Didn't bother with priority, saw that there was a lot of potential further down the line and sat a little bit below the peak and absolutely schooled her heat. She'll be advancing through the next round. We just saw Amuro Tsuzuki, first Japanese lady to surf on the CT. Was meant to get the wildcard the year that Teresa pulled out, and unfortunately for Amuro, COVID came along and Teresa Moore's year off coincided with everyone having a year off, and Amuro got bounced once again. But here's Sara Wakita, and she was just flowing through her turns and then punching the end section and making it count. So great performance from Team Japan in the 4 heats this morning.
Yeah, it does feel like we've seen that marked contrast between the not-so-good waves, the low scores, and the keepers. And a real difference in energy, in how dynamic the surfing is. Wakita just absolutely tearing through it. Plenty of surfers out of Japan were able just to find the juice here, Ben, and get these steeper sections and basically keep that board alive and stay on the attack.
Yeah, they had board speed, which is pretty crucial at this stage. They managed to get those waves that allowed that. And they've always got that real energy, don't they? They're always showing a lot of speed. And then Noah Clark, who had a slow start, she came back. And Suzuki just kept piling on the pressure and the points through her round. But yeah, it was good to see Clark get that one solid score and get through, keep the European dreams alive. And well, they ran on a shower, just never got started, couldn't get any type of purchase in the heat. And it was this surfer we just spoke to, and this is the turn of the morning. Turn of the event so far, only had 4 heats, but that was an absolute incredible finish, and we expect to see more of those when we resume tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
So we're poised. Basically, we've done half this opening round, just the 4 heats, 4 more to go. Heats coming up will feature names like Zoe Benedetto and Sol Aguirre. Also names like Eva Wong out of Hawaii, a great young surfer. Nikki Van Dyke, with all that experience and that pedigree she's got, she'll be coming up in heat number 7. Kika Vasalko, well, junior champ. She'll be representing Portugal and hoping to do well in that last heat of the round. Also, that one's going to feature TT Zabrowski, 13 years old, a sensation of European and global surfing. I'm putting her down. She wins everything she enters at the moment. I'm putting her down as a pre-event favourite for this one already at 13.
well, yeah, she's won 3 in a row. She's 13. She's from Tahiti, pro snowboarder parents. Incredible talent, so young and so committed. So, yeah, to see her go up against some of those names you just mentioned, Paul, I can't wait to see how she goes. Favourite might be a bit strong.
Binsey, how do you feel about maybe a 7:30 call for an 8 a.m. start tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
That sound good?
Wouldn't mind if it was a degree or 2 warmer than it was this morning. It was icy. Some of the surfers were in 4.3, but the water temperature's still fine. And, yeah, 7:30, that works.
We're underway here on the Challenger Series at the EDP Ericeira Pro. We'll send you out with some highlights, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ate amanhã.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.